Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to my movie review for The Shallows. This movie stars Blake Lively, and she's actually stuck on a rock for an hour and a half of this movie. If you think about it, this is kind of like 123 hours meets Jaws in some type of way, because it's about a survival movie. She's trying to survive out in the ocean, and his help is going to be on her way. I don't know, but hey, if you guys haven't seen this movie or whatever, I would go on ahead and check this out, because this is one of those movies that I actually enjoyed. I was on the edge of my seat through the whole entire thing. Whenever I was watching this movie. The suspense thrill is there. Another thing I liked was the shark. The CGI for the shark was good. It didn't take me out of the movie. There was not a lot of CGI in the movie for me to take myself out of the movie. Then you also have to look at it like this too. The girl is 200 yards out. Is she gonna live? And then she's also next to a buoy, and that's also another destination that she can go to. So basically, this shark is teasing her through this whole entire movie. And if you think about it, it's kind of like Bowser teasing the princess that Mario has to go out and try and save. But except for one thing, there is no Mario. All you have is one single character trying to survive for X amount of time until she can get help. And this movie is actually one of those movies that I actually enjoy, and like I told you. And I feel like that Blake Lively was kind of dry a little bit in this movie. Of course, it's not really dry because she's wet in this movie, because she's a surfer, and surfers actually, well, you get my drift. She's wet, but just her acting was kind of dry. Is basically what I'm trying to say in some areas of the movie. But still, she was able to deliver the movie, and this is a movie that you can actually take and enjoy this movie for what it is. Now, if you're trying to compare this movie with Jaws, please don't do that, because if you compare this movie with Jaws, which is a classic, you're going to end up having high standards. And therefore, with you having those high standards, guess what? Your expectations are going to be very low, because your expectations were so high. And no movie's going to meet your expectations, because, hey, Jaws is a classic, and therefore, because it's a classic, it's not going to measure up to what you're going to watch with The Shallows. But still, I had a good time with this movie. But the other negatives, too, was the family that's in this movie too, her own family, where she's actually getting away from them a little bit because she wants to surf on this beach because her mom had cancer, and she was pregnant with her at that time. And pretty much I didn't feel any type of connectivity with the sister in the movie. That's the girl that's playing her sister, and I didn't feel any type of emotional attachment with her father or anything like that, to where I can say, hey, they did a pretty good job acting on that part. And to me, you didn't really need that. Then the other negative too that I have to also point out is the fact that as the movie is going at the very beginning, mostly camera angles will actually zoom in on the phone, and that'll be the end of it on what the person is saying to the other person or going through their photos. Not on this one in that case. Whenever you see this movie, it's actually going to pop up on the screen of her scrolling through her pictures of her mother and stuff like that out on this secret beach. And you also see the watch that's being set in this movie too, because she only has X amount of time before the high tide comes in. And to me, you don't need to actually have that. All you have to do is just point your camera down, and you can get the same effect, and you can actually draw more people into that, because, hey, it's showing that there's some character build-up for this. And then in that case, there was no character build-up towards this character at all. But still, there is that whole entire emotional attachment to that one character, to where you can actually wonder if she's going to survive on this thing or not. But other than that, it's a good movie. I recommend going to see this, but, there are some people that were let down with it. But I'm going to actually give this movie a 2.9 out of 5. And I know that seems kind of low, but it's just those little negatives to me that got in the way of this movie. And it was an okay movie. It wasn't the greatest movie, but it was an okay movie. I walked out entertained. I felt entertained with this, and that's pretty much it. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. Did you guys like The Shallows? What didn't you like about The Shallows? I would like to know. Comment below. And then not only that, but also subscribe below. And give me that thumbs up. And until next time, bye-bye.